This is why we can't have nice things. When I first came across this new and exciting prospect for Dublin city centre, Dublin's portal, which is a direct link, live link between a portal in Dublin and a portal in New York City, I immediately had millennial clock vibes. Now, for any of you who don't remember Dublin's millennial clock, this was a bright idea that they came up with in 1996, where they would have a countdown clock, a digital countdown clock, counting down to the millennium. Now, the really smart part of that seemed to be they were going to take this digital clock and submerge it in the River Liffey, just beside O'Connell Bridge, which we could all gaze in wonder as we crossed the bridge every day at this fluorescent clock counting down under the water. Marvellous. So of course, all of you out there who subscribe to my channel will immediately know, because you are obviously endowed with a massive amount of common sense, that this idea was doomed from the beginning. And doomed it was, because the clock soon covered over with silt, dirt, grime, mud, and all kinds of associated shite. To the point where you couldn't see the damn thing. So they had to keep taking it out, washing it, put it back in. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the clock was a complete and utter fiasco and was removed. I said at the time, this is not going to last till the millennium. In fact, the clock didn't even last till the end of the year. They had to take it out by December. So that was the end of that project. Now, when I saw this new portal idea, I thought to myself, here we go. This ain't going to last. And of course the blurb was all saying, no, this is going to be a wonderful chance. It's modern age, modern technology. Look what we can do now. It's just like a space age stuff, which it is, of course. Except, here's the problem. The propaganda was saying this will allow the society in general, the people of Dublin and New York, to show the best of what their city has to offer, what their society has to offer, and what their country has to offer. It's going to be a marvellous cultural exchange.
Right.
I thought to myself, now here's a group of people who obviously don't understand society. So after the initial excited hullabaloo, where people on both sides were connecting in a warm, friendly and loving way, sending hugs, peace signs, holding up signs with warm greetings, it was only a matter of time before things started to go downhill. Instead of making the peace sign, some started giving the finger. Some drug-addled druggies, high on whatever, started trying to bum cigarettes and money from people on the other side, which is a pretty neat trick if you can manage it. Yet others thought it would be a really good idea and hilariously funny to drop their togs and moon at the people on the other side. I think it's fair to say nothing helps bring disparate peoples together quite like the sight of a big hairy arse. As the wheels started to come off this metaphorical wagon, there was a plea from the artist, please behave. But did they behave? No, of course they didn't. In fact, things continued to only get worse as people came up with ever more creative ways to generally screw around with the whole concept. The portal might in and of itself be space age, but human nature, alas, is still primitive. People started holding up pornography to it. The arsey types continued to moon, as is their wont, and some, it seems, were just content to display vitriol and contempt in any way they could think of for the people on the other side. Things were escalating apace, and all in the wrong direction, culminating in this. For those of you who may not have quite caught it, I think she was asking Dubliners if they liked her potatoes. Calls have gone out from certain quarters to see if anyone has footage from the other side, but I can't confirm or deny those rumours. Anyway, this seems to have been the straw that broke the camel's back. The powers that be realised the jig was up. The concept was flawed, perhaps even flawed from the beginning. The whole project had to be closed down, pending review and possible move to another site. The fun, frolics and frivolity, alas, were short-lived. And as I said at the beginning, this is the reason why in the modern age we can't have nice things.